Hello there gorgeous gamers and welcome back to Pure Play TV, and we've got a review for the mouthful of a game that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade Wrath of the Mutants. And the burning question, should you buy and play this game? Is it worth your pennies? Let's have a look. Wrath of the Mutants was first released in 2017 as an arcade game, not a console game in an arcade style, an actual arcade game, meaning you'd have to put clothes on, put your coin purse in your pocket, and go outside and find an arcade with the game's machine available to play. I live in Germany and have for nearly a decade, and in that time I've never seen an arcade here. I don't think they exist. Why would they? They're places of fun. Germany is not about fun. Spaß ist verboten. I'm joking. Germans know how to have fun. So what's it all about? Well, it's your traditional side-scrolling beat-em-up. You move your character, one of the turtles, from left to right, beating 7 shades of shell out of anybody who gets in your way. As it's an arcade game at its core, the controls are simple. You have a jump button, which doubles as a jump attack if you double press it. You have a standard attack button, which doubles as a throw if you're close to an enemy, and you have a power move, aptly named Turtle Power. This is run on a meter which fills up over time and can be boosted with pickups. Speaking of which, there are pickups for health and throwable items which you can use to damage enemies from afar, and that's it. It's basic, and if you were in an arcade and paid a coin to play, you wouldn't feel hard done by, at least not until the game throws some cheap tactics at you to chip away at your health and force you to slot in another coin. Despite Wrath of Mutants now being a PC and console game, I still found myself thinking at times, here's where the game wants me to lose and insert another coin to continue. The difficulty spikes are obvious, especially when enemies with ranged attacks are thrown in and your dodge capabilities are limited to trying to move out of the way while getting close enough to take them out or just jumping. As the circle button, I played on PlayStation, is not used, surely a dodge move could have been thrown in to ease those frustrating moments. Alas, it's not to be. Though the game does add a couple of extra stages that weren't in the original arcade release. That being said, it's still a meagre offering of just a handful of stages, and you could be done with them all within a couple of hours, which doesn't represent good value for money, considering the game costs around $30 at full whack. It's not a completely terrible game though. I like the art style which has been taken from the Nickelodeon TV series, and the levels are nicely done too, with interactive elements scattered throughout them. Something I find annoying in side-scrolling beat-em-ups is that they tend to be quite cramped, with not much room to maneuver, but Wrath of Mutants levels are actually fairly open, giving you at least a fighting chance to get yourself out of a tricky situation. But, and of course there's a but, the game just isn't of the quality that we've come to expect from the genre, especially after what we've had over the last few years with the likes of Streets of Rage 4 and the superior Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game Shredder's Revenge. It's lacking, big time. It's over before it's really begun, and even co-op can't drag it from the sewers. Something that is normally a positive in my reviews of licensed games is voice acting, because it's typically a cost that gets cut, but Wrath of Mutants has voice acting. Sadly, it's just plain weird. Now, I will admit, I've not actually watched the Nickelodeon TV show. I'm an old man, I watch Emmerdale Farm and the news, so I'm not sure if the voices are carried over from the series, but either way, some of the voice lines just sound off, while others feel far out of place, especially with the turtle shouting, "Boya Kasha," which is a phrase I last heard when I watched the Ali G movie 20 years ago. All said, I wanted to like Wrath of Mutants. I've got a soft spot for those heroes in a hard shell, but it's difficult to justify this one, no matter how much I try. The moment-to-moment gameplay is uninspired, and the boss battles basically play out the same without much thought needed. It's a game that just can't escape its money-grubbing arcade roots. Even with a few extra stages to pad the playtime, there's just not enough substance to warrant a purchase, at least not at full price. Back to the bog with this one. And that is the end of this review. Thank you for watching, it's always appreciated. I hope you found this video useful. If you did enjoy and you want more of my voice in your ear holes, go on down below, give this video a like, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget the bell icon so you're notified whenever we've got new stuff for you to watch. I've been Chris, you've been gorgeous, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, cheers my dears.